Dear viewers, the following stories are inspired by real events. However, the names of the characters have been changed to protect privacy. Story: Great Smoky Mountains National Park. In the fall of 2019, the dense forests of the Great Smoky Mountains National Park were covered in a brilliant yellow coat. Jessica, an active college student, along with her childhood best friend Liam, a boy who loves exploring nature, decided to take a weekend camping trip to enjoy the beauty of the mountains and forests. They drove deep into the park, following winding trails, lined with tall ancient trees. Finally, they found a secluded camping area near a small stream, where they could pitch their tents and enjoy the tranquility of nature. "Wow, this place is so beautiful," Jessica exclaimed, admiring the surrounding scenery with delight. "I think we've chosen the perfect place." Liam nodded in agreement. "Definitely. It's quiet and has a stream. It's paradise." After setting up the tent and arranging their belongings, Jessica and Liam started preparing dinner. They lit a campfire together. The crackling sound of firewood filled the quiet space. The faint scent of smoke mixed with the scent of rotting leaves created a cozy and pleasant atmosphere. They ate dinner while chatting, telling each other funny stories about life. Both of them felt very comfortable and relaxed in the wild nature. "I'm so glad we decided to go camping," Jessica said, looking at the dancing fire. "I feel like all the stress has melted away." Liam smiled. "Me too. We should go camping more often." As night fell, Jessica and Liam crawled into the tent to sleep. Outside, the chirping of insects and the babbling of the stream created a melodious music. Both of them quickly fell into a deep sleep after a long day of activities. But around midnight, Jessica suddenly woke up due to an unusually cold feeling. She shivered slightly, pulling the blanket tighter. She felt like someone was watching her from outside the tent. Jessica gently shook Liam awake. "Liam, are you cold?" she whispered. Liam rubbed his eyes, sleepily saying, "A little cold. Go back to sleep." Jessica tried to fall back asleep, but the uneasy feeling still wouldn't let her go. She listened to everything around her, but all she could hear was the wind blowing softly through the trees. Suddenly, Jessica heard a strange noise coming from outside the tent. It sounded like a branch being broken. Very close. She sat up with a start, her heart pounding. "Liam, do you hear anything?" Jessica asked, her voice trembling. Liam woke up too, listening for a moment. "It sounds like someone is walking around the tent," he said, his voice also slightly worried. They both listened in silence. The footsteps continued, getting closer. Jessica and Liam held their breaths, waiting tensely. Suddenly, they heard a very soft sigh, as if someone was standing right next to the tent. Jessica timidly opened the zipper of the tent and looked outside. The dim moonlight shone down, but she couldn't see anyone. There were only tall trees and dense bushes. "There's no one," Jessica whispered. "Maybe we heard wrong." But Liam still felt uneasy. "I'm not sure." That breathing was so clear. The two of them lay still in the tent, trying to fall back asleep, but the uneasiness still didn't let them go. Occasionally, they heard strange noises around the tent, like branches breaking or strange wind whistling. Towards dawn, when they had just fallen asleep, they were awakened by a loud noise, as if someone had thrown a large rock at their tent. Jessica and Liam jumped up, looking at each other in panic. "What was that?" Jessica stuttered. Liam hurriedly opened the zipper of the tent and looked outside. This time, they saw a figure standing not far from their tent. It was a tall man, wearing a long black coat. a wide-brimmed hat that obscured his face. The man stood silently, staring at Jessica and Liam's tent. They couldn't see his face clearly, but they could feel a cold and terrifying aura radiating from him. "What should we do now?" Jessica whispered, her voice trembling. Liam held Jessica's hand tightly. "I don't know, but we shouldn't go out." The two sat silently in the tent, holding their breaths as they watched the mysterious man outside. He still stood there, unmoving, like a ghost in the middle of the deserted forest. Suddenly, the man slowly raised his hand. In the dim moonlight, Jessica and Liam saw that he was holding something long and sharp. It seemed to be a knife. Jessica screamed in horror, hugging Liam tightly. They felt an extreme fear engulf them. They didn't know who the man was or what he wanted from them, but they knew they were in danger. Their peaceful camping trip had turned into a night of terror and fear. Jessica and Liam's hearts were pounding like drums in their chests. They lay still in their tents, their eyes glued to the tall figure standing there. Stunned, the dim moonlight filtered through the thin fabric of the tent, illuminating his strange shape. He stood there, completely still, like a black statue in the quiet night. "What do you think he wants?" Jessica whispered, her voice choked with fear. Liam squeezed her hand, trying to keep his voice calm. "I don't know, but don't worry, I'll protect you." They continued to watch, but the man remained still, not making any movements. An eerie silence fell over the forest, broken only by the wind whistling through the trees and the chirping of insects. After a long, tense wait, Liam decided to do something. "We can't just sit here," he said softly. "I'll try calling him." Jessica squeezed Liam's hand, worriedly saying, "Be careful." Liam slowly opened the zipper of the tent, calling softly, "Hello? Is anyone there?" His voice echoed in the quiet night, but no one answered. The man remained still, not reacting at all. Liam called again, his voice a little louder. "We're just campers. We don't want to cause trouble for anyone." Still no answer. The man stood there, as if he hadn't heard anything. His silence made Jessica and Liam feel even more uneasy. "Maybe he's not human," Jessica whispered, her eyes filled with fear. Liam shivered slightly. He felt the same way. The man's motionless appearance and strange silence made him feel that something was wrong. Suddenly, the man slowly turned his head towards their tent, even though he was still wearing a wide-brimmed hat that hid his face. Jessica and Liam still felt like there was a cold and terrifying gaze penetrating the tent fabric. Looking straight at them, a chill ran down both of their spines. They felt like they were being watched by some dark force. "We have to hide," Jessica said, her voice barely audible. Liam nodded. "I agree. We'll try to crawl behind the tent and run into the woods." The two of them moved slowly towards the back of the tent, trying not to make any noise. Once they reached the back, Liam carefully unzipped it. Thick darkness enveloped them, but they could still vaguely see the tall trees. "Let's run," Liam whispered, pushing Jessica forward. The two crawled out of the tent together and quickly ran deep into the forest. They ran without stopping, not daring to look back, afraid that the scary man was chasing them. When they had run quite a distance, Jessica and Liam stopped to catch their breath. They looked at each other, both of their faces pale with fear. "Do you think he's chasing you?" Jessica asked, her voice still trembling. Liam listened for a while, but didn't hear any sound. "I'm not sure, but let's run a little further to be sure." They continued to run deeper into the forest, passing through dense bushes and small streams. Darkness enveloped them, making it difficult to see the path clearly. Suddenly, Jessica tripped over a tree and fell to the ground. She cried out in pain. "Are you okay?" Liam quickly helped Jessica up. Jessica grimaced. "I twisted my ankle. I can't walk anymore." Liam looked at Jessica worriedly. They were in the middle of the woods. It was pitch black, and Jessica was injured. The situation was getting dangerous. "What are we going to do?" Jessica asked, tears starting to fall. Liam hugged Jessica tightly, trying to reassure her. "Don't worry. I won't leave you. We'll get through this together." Just then, they heard the familiar footsteps coming from behind them. The footsteps were getting closer, and Jessica and Liam knew that they couldn't escape anymore. They had been found by the stranger. Absolute fear gripped them, as they realized that their romantic weekend camping trip had turned into a terrifying fight for survival. Liam held Jessica tightly, trying to shield her. The footsteps were getting closer, heavy and steady. They knew there was no turning back. "We have to face him," Liam whispered, his voice filled with worry but also determination. "I'll try to distract him. You try to get up and run." Jessica shook her head, tears streaming down her cheeks. "No, you can't leave me. Listen to me," Liam said, his voice urgent. "This is our only chance. You have to survive." The footsteps stopped just behind a thick bush in front of them. Jessica and Liam held their breaths, waiting tensely. Suddenly, the branches shook violently, and a tall figure appeared, standing right in front of them. In the dim moonlight, they could see his face more clearly. It was a man with a gaunt, haggard face, deep black eyes staring at them with hatred. He wore a long, tattered coat and held a rusty knife in his hand. "What are you doing here?" he demanded, his voice hoarse and threatening. Liam tried to sound calm. "We're just campers. We're leaving now." The man sneered, a malicious smirk on his face. "Leave? You'll never leave this forest again." He raised his knife, his eyes flashing with malice. Jessica screamed in horror, hugging Liam tightly. "Run!" Liam shouted, pushing Jessica back. He rushed towards the man, trying to distract him. The man quickly swung his knife at Liam. He dodged the first stab, but he continued to attack frantically. Liam tried to fight back, but he was too strong and aggressive. Jessica tried to stand up, but her twisted ankle made her unable to walk in pain. She crawled back, trying to find something to defend herself. During the fight, Liam was stabbed in the hand by the man. He cried out in pain, but still tried to hold on. Bat chot, mo tieng hu dai va ron noi vang vong kop khu rung. Noi dan ong du kung lai. An mat han ta tro nen hoang lon. Han nin quan quat. Nu the dang nghe nagong dugi du. Kong. Kong phi bei geo. Han lam bam. Jeong han de vei so hai. Roy. Han ta ki fat lai. Bo she sao vao trong rung. Bien mat trong bong toi. Liam va Jessica nin nhau. Kong hu choyen gi vua zay ra. Tai sao noi dan ong du lai bo she? Ki tieng hu vua dut. Mo lan suong mu de dak bat go bao trum le khu rung. Suong mu de den noi Jessica va Liam Kong the nin thay gi zung quan. Mo cam jock lan leo va ki le lan toa trong kong ki. Chung ta phi ra koi de ngay. Liam noi. Jeong en de vei lo lang. Ko choyen gi du kong on dang zay ra. An dio Jessica dung de. Ko gang ju ko di lai. Ka hai mo mam trong lan suong mu de dak. Ko gang tim duong tro lai khu cam tri. Trong lan suong mu. Jessica va liam bad do nghe thay nung tieng ti tham ki lavang vang ben tai. Nung tieng ti tham nghe nu nung jiong noi xa zam. Nung ho kong the now nghe ro duok chung dang noi gi. Cam jock batten va so hai lai troi de trong long ho. Ho cam thay nu ko vo so an mad dang doi theo min trong lan suong mu de dak. Bat chot, truok mat ho shuat heen mo bong noi mo ao. Bong noi du sao lon va gay go. Lo lung jua kong trung. Jessica va liam kin hai dung sung lai. Kong the tin vao nung gi min dang nin thay. Bong noi du tu geo te len. Hong vei fia Jessica va liam. Mo luong ki lan leo buat gia fa vao mat ho. Roy. Bong noi du ki kat tieng noi. Jiong han lan leo va de on han. Kak noi da zam fam noi ne. Kak noi say fight tra gia. Truok ki Jessica va liam kip fan un. Bong noi du lao vei fia ho void tak du kin hoang. Ho et len trong tuyet von. Be it rang choin cam tri kuoi tuan kua min da ket thuk mo cash by tham trong khu rung ma am ne. Ho da dan thuk mo the luke den toi ma ho kong bao geo ko the go toi. Suddenly, a long, terrifying howl echoed throughout the forest. The man stopped, his eyes filled with panic. He looked around, as if he was listening for something. No, not now, he muttered, his voice filled with fear. Then, he turned around and ran deep into the forest. Disappearing into the darkness, Liam and Jessica looked at each other, not understanding what had just happened. Why had the man run away? As the howl ended, a thick fog suddenly enveloped the forest. The fog was so thick that Jessica and Liam could not see anything around them. A cold, strange feeling spread through the air. We have to get out of here now, Liam said, his voice filled with worry. Something is wrong. He helped Jessica up, trying to help her walk. The two groped their way through the thick fog, trying to find their way back to the campsite. In the fog, Jessica and Liam began to hear strange whispers ringing in their ears. The whispers sounded like distant voices, but they couldn't make out what they were saying. The feeling of unease and fear rose in their hearts again. They felt as if countless eyes were watching them in the thick fog. Suddenly, a blurry figure appeared in front of them. The figure was tall and thin. Floating in the air, Jessica and Liam stood still in horror, unable to believe what they were seeing. The figure slowly raised its hand, facing Jessica and Liam. A cold, icy air blew into their faces. Then, the figure spoke softly, his voice cold and full of resentment. "You have trespassed here. You will pay?" Before Jessica and Liam could react, the figure rushed towards them at a terrifying speed. They screamed in despair, knowing that their weekend camping trip had ended tragically in this haunted forest. They had awakened a dark force that they never expected. Hope this story has brought you entertaining, thrilling and creepy moments. If you like real ghost stories like this, don't forget to click the subscribe button so you don't miss the next videos. Goodbye and see you again.